Hi, Clayton. This is Anselmo calling from the Boston, Massachusetts area. I'll make this quick. Hopefully, I have two investment properties. One is a two-family, the other is a three-family. The two-family, I'm looking to sell that one. I owe about 350, and it's worth about 800,000. And I think I can avoid a good amount of capital gains on that one. The three-family, I owe about 370. It's worth about 1.2 million. And I was thinking of refinancing that one. It does cash flow. I know there's a cap rate of about 5.4%, cash flowing about $2,500. But I was told it's a good idea to sell high and then find an emerging market to reinvest those funds. And so that's what I'm looking to do. Also have a real estate e-commerce business that I would invest some of the funds in as well. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that particular three family, if I should sell, refinance, pull out a HELOC. I don't want to necessarily wait for another market cycle where I can sell again. So that's why I'm considering selling now. And but again, wanted to get your thoughts on that, whether I should sell, refinance, HELOC. But again, kind of thinking it would probably be best to sell now and locate an emerging market. Love to hear from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anselmo. So a couple of things there. And I don't mean to sort of push what we do at Morris Invest, but I will say from a cap rate perspective, in an emerging market where we are, like in West Texas, our cap rates are going to be way higher than that, what you're getting right now. And that's not like in any kind of like rubbing it in or something. But I think what you're doing is very smart, which is you want to look at your overall portfolio. And so this is what I would do, right? If I've got 50 rental properties in different markets across the country, I want to look at my portfolio like you're doing. And I want to see, wait a second, these have really appreciated nicely. But the cap rate, about 5%, it's okay. It's not great, right? It's kind of low, to be honest with you, for a three family or a two family. Like, book a call with our team and we'll talk some numbers with you. And I think you'll see what we could do, even from a 1031 exchange perspective. So that way you're not paying those capital gains. So we have a 1031 exchange program internally where you could take those properties into the 1031 exchange and then roll those profits into multiple two families, multiple cash flowing brand new construction properties in an emerging market, and then not paying the capital gains. So we do have a 1031 exchange program. Again, book a call with us on that. But my point is, you want to look at your portfolio very often. And you want to see, for instance, maybe you bought a crappy property. I know this was the case with me, like I bought in a C-class neighborhood a number of years ago. And it just so happens that neighborhood is completely changed. I saw the demographic signs at the time. I knew it was getting better. There was a lot of investment coming in. Now that particular property might be an A-class property. And now the ROI is not there. Right? Because now the cash flow from the rent is kind of out of whack, but it's appreciated nicely, right? It's gone up a couple of $100,000. Well, it makes now more sense for me as an investor to roll that into a 1031 exchange and buy additional properties. Take that one property, right, and now buy 5 properties because it's appreciated so nicely. So that's one thing that I would consider doing. That sounds to me what your numbers sound like right now. Especially you're in the Massachusetts area, it's not a landlord-friendly state. I will tell you this. Okay, so there's a couple of things working against you there. You have a low cap rate, not landlord-friendly, and actually on the positive side, you've got all of this appreciation in a market right now. Like we are in one of the hottest markets we will ever see. And there are signs, as certainly as inflation is going up and the Federal Reserve is starting to taper bond purchasing, we're going to slide back down. So I think, if it were me personally, I would be selling right now, not waiting another 10 years for another market to do what it's doing right now on the multifamily space. So I definitely would consider putting those things up, taking that profit in a 1031 exchange and rolling that over. I think you're in the right position. I think taking a home equity line of credit, then you're sitting again on that 5% cap rate. and if it's valued at 1.2 million or whatever, what if that value drops significantly and the bank may say, well, we're going to cancel your home equity line of credit, which happens all the time. All the time. Banks are like, you know what? We're just going to eliminate this HELOC that we gave you. And now you're like, what? Now my property value dropped. I lost the home equity line of credit. Now what am I going to do? So things to consider, but I think you're asking the right questions, and I'm excited for you, man. I think you've got some great equity there that you can turn into some a really powerful portfolio. Imagine having like 7 or 8 properties because you were smart and were able to sell that in through a 1031 exchange, et cetera. So anyway, Anselmo, book a call with our team at Morris Invest. Just go to morrisinvest.com and we'll help you. We'll totally help you. Just point you in the right direction. And if we can't help you, we'll point you in the right direction. So I will tell our team to take care of you. Thanks to all of you for listening. You can leave us a voicemail question by going to morrisinvest.com/Clayton to drop us a question about real estate or financing, anything that's on your mind, and we will answer it here on the show. Now go out there, everyone. Take action. Become a real estate investor. I believe it's the #1 way to build wealth. We'll see you next time, everyone.